Hmm.
All right, welcome everyone. Uh, Before we start today is an experiment day. We're going to check how we can find out spouse name and how to correct or rather identify the preliminary Vastu dosh in the house. You know, so the Vastu dosh thing, I'm going to do it first. Okay, with a very different method that is not looked into. But most important is Yuvraj has designed packages. Okay, for two kinds of people, advanced and beginners. What happens is many a times we pursue our education. Suppose we started first standard, second standard, then we get bored of the school, or we find the homework too tough. It's our parents which push us. That push is what is important, and that push does not happen when you don't have a complete, first standard to 10 standard course. You know, कि school pass out होना ही है, we have to pass out school. you know so that push is needed. And when you have, many people, they've attended our beginners course earlier, and then they get busy with life, etc. So that push, with a small amount of monetary commitment, if it is there, and if we can have, you know 7 8 courses for each, or 15 courses, a commitment of 2 3 years with intense handholding, that can really help people grow. So many people had told us that, sir, we could not continue because of work, this, that, etc. And we were not able to get a good grip on basics. The problem with basics is, I was uh, doing some research on curd, you know and we don't think curd is represented by which planet. We don't think lemon is represented by which planet. Yesterday we were seeing charts in the night, or rather my night time, today morning time for India, and in the Prashna course, and I was showing how a lemon can destroy somebody's life. Now, if you don't know the karaka for lemon, you can't identify what's the use of the Prashna. You cast a Prashna, anybody can cast a Prashna. So these are small things. I love to go deeper, and I got two charts where a lemon has destroyed somebody's life. So as an astrologer, I I had taken my friend to somebody in South. So in South, especially Kerala and all that, they are pretty good experts to identify black magic and how the black magic was done. So this person, that's astrologer, Nambudri, he said, no, they have used a white cloth. They have used a white cloth that too taken from the dead body, because in South they put white cloth on the dead body. So that white cloth has been used and the kriya has been done, and then the cloth has been washed away into the water, thrown into the water. So the cloth has gone. Now you can do nothing. You require the cloth to remove the black magic. But when you read Prashna Marga, you know, you get such great hints. The shlokas are there, the techniques are mentioned. Because as an astrologer, your dharma is to know everything about astrology before you allow somebody to consult you. Otherwise, do not start consulting. You know, so it's a responsibility. Unfortunately, that is not followed today. So we are going to emphasize a lot on basics, and we're going to make it so strong, so strong. We're going to have midweek sessions in small groups. Suppose say 50 people join. So we're going to have 2 3 midweek sessions, or sorry, 2 3 groups with midweek sessions. That is very important. I'm more interested. I something, you know. Normally the people you work with, you always keep on complaining, hey, you are late, this project is late, that project is late. I'm always behind Yuvraj, that you're slow, you're lazy. you know Day before he was talking to me, and he said, it's It just came out of his mouth. A philosophy that's so important and associated with Saptari. It's not about just making money. It's about seeing that the student is pakka. You know, that is what I liked hearing that. You know, so this course is going to be in English. Okay, most important, people who do not know astrology can start this. You know, people who just know the name of the signs, they can start this. But it's a commitment. It's a commitment. I always say this, you're going to land up spending 40, 50 years on YouTube and Facebook, and then at the end of the day, you do not know what happened to your astrological journey. Okay. That you could not even understand the basic fundamentals. You could probably predict date of marriage, year of marriage. All this is very useless for me. You know, the lectures that I'm going to be taking here on Prashna, okay, um, here at Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, I'm going to be teaching the same thing that I taught in Bombay and Delhi. Is just taking a single planet, single house, and single sign, and making everybody predict the possibilities. And then when the result is out, okay, every one of us, like how I realized after decades of my experience in my astrological journey, I just don't know astrology. I don't know the basics of astrology. It was a earth-shattering moment, you know. So last few months have been an earth-shattering moment, and this can only be achieved when somewhere down the line, at least a 1% part of honesty is left in you, for you to question. Because I realized yogas are the toughest, absolutely the toughest. And when I'm saying yogas, I'm not saying 2-planet combination or 4-planet combination. I'm saying it can be a very, very simple yoga like Jupiter in Libra in fourth house. It's not so easy. Trust me, the best of astrologers in the world can get googly, especially when you do a Nadi reading and you find out this is what the Nadi said, this is what the Rishi meant. You know, it's extremely, extremely difficult. Even say Jupiter exalted, where it is sitting, it's so impossible to predict. Jupiter exalted in the fourth house. How many hidden meanings are there in that? How many hidden meanings? There has to be a story. There has to be a story. And the story is what is lacking in today's astrology. This is what I've realized. And hence, Yuvraj has been compiling this thing. Okay, Yuvraj, if I'm missing something, just let us know. We're going to be revealing a lot of secrets in the midweek session, secrets that we have not taught the previous students. There was no opportunity to teach that, because students want a course designed as per their package. Now I've decided I'm going to teach as per what is needed for an astrological revolution to happen, for students to tell a story, and that story part, Delhi and Bombay both have seen in the last 4 months. Okay, the way I take a single planet, single house, single sign. For example, I posted Jupiter in Aquarius in sixth house. It took me 2 weeks to crack that. 2 weeks to crack that. And it's not as simple as something written in the book. It's so bloody difficult. Trust me, when I'm saying this, you can say, I'm saying this with all my honesty. Jupiter in Leo in first house, Jupiter in Aquarius in sixth house, Mars Moon in sixth house. It's not just a simple prediction. There's a story of 30 minutes should come out. That story should come out. It's like an absolute script. This is what happened, then this happened, then this happened, then this happened. It's so difficult to crack it. Anyway, let me not take much of your time.
So
We'll start.
basically, the idea was that whatever that is written in books, people should know that also, right? In classics, what classics says. But at the same time, sometimes it is not applicable verbatim, right? So what is not written in the books will also be taught along with what is written in the books, right? So both the
Exactly.
things that will be taught. So
Exactly.
then it becomes the next level because most of the
I,
courses,
I am saying you.
crash courses cannot help. That is because that is the
Let
reason
me.
crash courses cannot help
Yuvraj,
because
let
of
me.
time.
I'm saying, Yuvraj, today the biggest problem is, like for example, yesterday I was quoting shlokas from BPH. People don't read BPHs. Our gurus, our institutes don't force the students to read classics. Okay, this is the biggest problem. I've been saying it from the last so many years. I'll give you a small example. If I ask food, okay, say for example cooking, okay, uh, there are ladies over here, okay, gents do not worry about this thing, okay. There are ladies present over here, spend hours every day cooking, trying to make everybody happy. Now, mark my words, I'm not saying food, I'm saying cooking. Okay, cooking is which house as per which classic is my question to all the ladies. I'm saying मेरे को भी नहीं मालूम था, मेरे को भी नहीं मालूम, मुझे नवीन ने बताया. And that particular classic he quoted, which is my most favorite. So Renu ji, Pooja ji, sorry,
11th house. 11th house.
exactly. Now tell me the classic.
Sir, this is Uttara Kalmitra.
Exactly. I'm so proud of you. Tell me the chapter number, shloka number.
Oh, sir, don't know. The credit goes to Naveen sir only.
Sir, Naveen sir told us.
तो तुम लोगों ने मेरे को पपलू कर दिया अभी. Okay, but I'm happy.
No, sir. Because just yesterday only we had a class with him, na?
Yeah. So point is, that's when you are learning Shastra, you have to learn like a Pandit. Because somebody else will say, no, this is not written. So our Shastras, you have to maintain our Indian tradition, which is an oral tradition. At the same time, quoting of shlokas is a part of it. This, I don't expect every modern Indian or modern guy in the world to do it. But at least I expect my students to say openly, chapter 5, shloka number 20. Are you getting it? Servants, okay, BPHS chapter 11, shloka number 3. Are you getting it? But most of us take 6th house for servants. You know, see these small things now. It starts with planets, houses, this, that. You name it. Okay, I'll tell you another thing. Do you know I have a major problem which I now started solving by G Drive. Okay, I buy a computer. This is what happened last year in my office. I bought a computer. Okay, I don't even remember where I bought it from. Okay, now there was a problem in the computer. Okay, there was a problem in the computer. I needed the receipt. I asked the office, where is the receipt? They said, we don't have it. So what I started doing just recently, whenever I buy an electronic item, I photograph it. On the spot, I upload it on G Drive in a folder that I've created, receipts and warranties. Okay. This is an eternal problem. I have lost so many computer repairing work, etc. Spent extra money trying to repair it, etc., etc., etc. So now I go to an astrologer. Okay. So I come to you all. You all are world famous astrologers, world famous YouTube astrologers. Okay. Social media astrologers. You do all the dancing, all the lighting, all the camera work, all the gimmicks of social media marketing, digital marketing. You first learn digital marketing, then you started learning astrology. Fine. Now tell me, receipts. I am coming and tell you, look at my horoscope. I have lost more than 6 lakh rupees worth of electronic items. Okay. Repairing this, that, etc. No warranty, etc. Where is receipts shown in my horoscope? I want to know that bloody house. So that let me catch which planet is influencing it, and then you give me an upay for it. Receipts. You got to quote me the shloka.
Oh, no shloka.
You got to quote me the shloka. Is the question valid? Yes or no? Boss, मैं 20 साल से ज्योतिष करता हूँ, 15 साल से ज्योतिष करता हूँ. I do not know receipts. I'm telling you, I'm accepting it. I'm coming to you with a problem, a serious problem. I'm a small businessman. I'm losing. My Rahu is debilitated. So you can understand me and electronic items, what love story it will be there. Super love story. Super love story. Each weighing machine, Naveen bought 3 times for me in a span of 4 days, 5 days. मिलता ही नहीं है वापस से यार.
Sir,
Karaka of receipts is one thing.
Hmm.
Karaka of receipts is the planet. I am saying house.
So, sir, just a quick question. Can we break it down into expenses, you know, and documentation related to it, and build the karakatwas like that? Or, in fact, we can even do, you know, items of value, electronic items of value, expenses related to it, and
Expenses will
documentation.
be 12th house.
12th house, yeah.
Okay.
And documentation is third house from that.
Yeah. But I want receipts. I'm not talking about any other documentation. I want receipts. Mercury, Karaka of receipts. Okay, agreed, done. Nilimaji has said it. Okay. Ideally, it should be third house. Correct? Nilimaji has written that. Okay. Ideally, it should be third house. Uttar Kalamrita says 11th house. Same chapter 5. And my Mercury is in 11th house. Degreecally aspected by Rahu. So you can understand my love story with electronic equipments and their receipts. Can you understand now? Degreecal 5th aspect. It is something that has bothered me for decades. Decades. Not just the electronic equipment. I could have saved some of the electronic equipment, the expenses on repairing it, if I had the receipts. I buy insurance on that electronic equipment, that insurance receipt I don't get. Are you getting it? So, I am not interested in the upay. Upay chalo later. But being an astrology student, I want shastraik knowledge. Shastraik answer to my question. Not if I travel all over India, every astrologer will have a different karaka for different items. And it happens, huh? Just travel all over India. Ask which is the karaka of curd, which is the house for curd. Every astrologer, including me, will have different moon for curd, this for curd. Some will say this, some will say that. But क्या हो जाता है? मेरा intention क्या है? One is you get classical view. Then you get expert view from Parampara Jyotish or Jyotishis who are sitting for so many decades of families. Both you have to combine, then use your experience and then come to a conclusion. That is the way to learn Shastra. So anyways, I can go on and on and on. Because for example, I'll tell you, most classics, this is another angle. Most classics, for example, will take 7th house urinary, okay, and 8th house for rectum, anus. But you should also know other classics which take 7th house for anus. I can tell you the name of the classic right now, but that's not the intention. My intention is when you're learning Shastra, you should know Upachaya houses. This is another big example. Upachaya houses 3, 6, 10, 11. Then there are other classics which take only 3, 6, 11. So you should know which classic is telling 3, 6, 11, which classic is telling 3, 6, 10, 11. Tabhi to you will become a guru, na? You will then teach, na, to your students. Are you getting it? Srinivasa Sanchuji, what you are telling over there, I have taught to the people whom you are learning from. Okay, so please don't tell me what's going to happen in my life. So please understand, when you are learning Shastra, you have to be dedicated to that Shastra. My point is, whether you do basic course, advanced course, okay, I can develop courses as per audience this thing, for which there is other medium which Saptarishis has been doing since 2015. Then we now want to do create pakka students, strong students. Okay. So for that, we have started this online institute. Am I right, Yuvraj? All right. Thank you so much. We have taken this time. I just wanted basics. Now I'm going to teach